Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Enigmatica 2 server, hanging out here in my cool observatory, and this is really nice. It allows me to see the 4 very faint constellations that you can't see with the telescope behind me, but there's still 2 more that I'm missing, and I think neither one of them are faint. They just haven't come up yet, and one only shows up every 36 Minecraft nights. Anyway, it's a really cool one to have, but I don't have it yet. Let's hop out of here. All right, so stuff has been done over here. Over here, I have upgraded my solar, so it's now the tier 4 solar array, and it is really cranking out the RF. At this point, it is doing 33K, which is why I needed 2 of these advanced power cells, because they only do 20 a side. Well, now they're doing up to 40K, which is great. That's all we need. But that's not what I want to do, and I'm not going to really touch the Astral Sorcery for right now, because it is tomorrow is the first Sunday of the month, and all the dimensions are going to get wiped. And so what I want to do is I want to make some stuff for flight, because I want to go into the end and do a huge amount of touring and exploring and killing a whole bunch of skulkers and whatnot, because shulkers, yes, because if you take this ender hopper and, well, you take something, you drop it out, it will over time get sucked in. There it goes. I was just waiting for that to do. And you can see so many guys. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You can see so much has been dropped off, and I went ahead and packaged away the guys into lassos so that they're not ticking, because they were ticking. Not a huge amount, but they were all ticking. This guy, the cat sitting on top of the ender hopper, Charlie Cat, was ticking the most. Anyway, if I have shulker pearls, 8 of them, I can surround my ender hopper, and it will instantly grab items instead of, waiting for a little bit. So I want to go ahead and do that, which means going to the end, which I know where the end is. Well, I know where the stronghold portal is, and with my my dimensional anchor, whatever guy, I can get over there very fast. But that means I need a flight method that won't run out. And if you see in the corner, I've got 36 minutes of flight. I've got flight here in the base. That's not a problem, but it's slowly. I would like to have flight elsewhere that doesn't run out. Anyway, below my miner room, and this is still tier 3, I do want to go through and make it a tier 4. I don't think I'll go 5 or 6, just because it loses a lot of the common ores, but I have room for it. Below, there's the bottom, and I kind of repeated the look down here. This is going to be my extra utilities 2 GP production area down here. Now, I've got fire mills, and they're generating 40 grid power for each, and I got 10 of them as rewards in one of the loot bags. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and use them. So there's a space underneath the fire mill, and then I have a nether rack that I put on fire, and that's, since this is a loaded chunk, gives me 40 RF. But I really like the water mills, so I'm going to go with that. And for that, I need the resonator, and the recipe says 8. I was really glad I put that in there. I went, yay, it doesn't need it. Let's go, I'm going to put it right there. Dun, 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 quest. Now, normally when you start off, you have 0 GP, and this takes GP to make stuff. In fact, I want to make some stone. Let's make some bricks, combine them 2 by 2, and that gives you polished stone, and I need 24 of them, and it takes 8 GP. Sometimes I've seen more than that, but anyway, I need some GP to power this up, and I'm going to make some stone burnt. Waiting for it. There we go. So some stone burnt. That's what I'm looking for. I need 24 of them. Now, while I'm doing that, let's get 8 of these. Put them there. These resonating redstone crystals. Oh, that's interesting. It's showing grid power on them. Okay. These crystals you get occasionally as you use your pick on redstone ore, Or you can go ahead and make it with this ender shard, which is an ender pearl, and a glass cutter, which gives you 8 of them. So you can make quite a bunch of those. All right. So, but I had 5 of them. I needed one for the resonator, and having the loot reward means I don't have to make this manual mill, which is pretty darn simple to make. Polished stone of one of these crystals and the redstone gear, and I typically put it on top. It really doesn't matter, but then you just right click it, and once you right click it, you can take your hand off, and that will, as long as you're looking at the mill, it will spin and make the GP that you need sufficient to burn this stuff up. Now, I could put some speed upgrades. Let's look at this. Redstone gold, that will speed some up, takes power 1 GP to power that up. Upgrade base, pretty cheap, weighted. That's just 2 gold. Oh, and it takes 8 GP to spin that up. So it's very, very doable. Now, this right here is where I set up my water mills, and I like water mills because each one can generate 16 GP, which is handy. Let's steal these and make us a water mill. All right, so water mill. Let's take that one, and I'm gonna. It's kind of hard to see, but there's lapis in the corner of each one of these, and then there's a mana glass there because I can't have a solid because I need the light. Those are where the source blocks are for my water, and then the glowstone is where I put the water mill. Now, the way the water mill works, that number counting up, is it making the stone burnt? I was confused for a second. The way it works is it wants water running next to the sides. Source blocks next to the side do not generate any GP for it. And then the further away, as water gets shorter and shorter, it generates less and less GP. So this is making 4 RF on this side because there's a source block and then flowing water. Source blocks, flowing water. Over here, there's a source block and flowing water. Because I have source blocks of flowing water, source blocks in opposite corners, it's got the highest level of flowing water on all 4 sides. That's why I have this arrangement. There's tons and tons of different ways you can do it, but that's just the way I do it. Let's grab some more, make another, and there should be sufficient eventually to make all 4 of the guys I want. And let's put that right there. Say howdy to Harris. Howdy, Harris. And are you done? Almost. All right, so that's taking its thing. I'm going to go ahead and now the reason why I want the GP, there's tons of extra utilities. There's these upgrades for a ton of things, but the main thing I want is for flight, and that's the angel ring to do that. So that's going to require, I believe, 16 or no, it requires 32 GP. So 2 water mills worth of constant production. Plus I've got these others. Yeah, I got them all. But for that, let's hop up one more. I need to decommission my duck. Over here, let's grab an extra lasso, and you can see right here I've got 8 experience, and I've been keeping all my experience here in my obelisk. As soon as I get anything, I just go store it all and clear it off. And when I need to make something that requires experience, I grab just those levels that I need, because if, say I have 100 levels, to go from 100 to 101 takes a huge amount of experience compared to going from 0 to 1. It gets much higher exponentially. And so if I need something that needs 8 levels, like making this golden lasso, it requires 8 levels. It's far cheaper XP-wise. Come with me, duck. It's far cheaper XP-wise to do the first 8 levels than like go from 38 to 30. So that's what I like to do. And I just realized I don't have any of the stuff over here. Why are you showing up? Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, so to make this, I need gold and any sort of glass. The squid guy, oh, I need some ink, which I can do. And then this guy, I need feathers and iron, and oh, 2 more of those. Let's see if I can remember all those crafting ingredients. I don't think so. I thought I was prepared, but I was obviously not. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I need 2 of you. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Gold is elsewhere. I need 2 feathers. The squid one, I'm trying to remember what I needed for the squid. I need definitely 4 of those. My ink, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. All right, I forgot what the squid one does. Oh, I need glass. 1, 2. Okay, so that's everything I need for that. Diamonds. Okay, and an ender pearl. Diamonds and ender pearl. Diamond. 2 diamonds. All right. I thought I was prepared, but obviously I hadn't gotten those recipes prepared. Let's see if I remember it all. Down. All right. I'll just edit it here. You'll never notice that I didn't have it prepared. All right. There's the chicken wing ring. I have a heart. Oh, and I always forget that I get that back. So if I put the chicken wing ring here, this gives you featherfall if you double tap. I'm not going to demonstrate them all, but that and this, and that's a squid. So that gives me the ring of the flying squid, and that uses more GP. And the fun thing about that is that actually launches you up. But you can see that little blue bar there. It's covered up by but it's going down right now, and so you can only launch yourself up for a little bit. But you combine this ring with a hang glider, and holy cow, you can go a long distance. So that is very handy to have. And then we take this ring of the flying squid and go zing, 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 and then my glass, because I like not to see wings. If you've got these other options, you get feathered wings, and you know, you get the demon rings. There's lots of wing options, and I'm not so interested in that. It does require catching a bat, which, if you've lit up your caves as much as I have, finding a bat is really hard, which is why as soon as I had one of these and I caught it, I said, done. The cursed lasso is a golden lasso with a drop of evil. So I was long time ago when I got that, and I got my cheaty flight from the course route. I went out there, found a ghast, gave him 1 punch, and it knocked him down to the 3 hearts, and he was able to be picked up, because full hearts, you can't grab that. And there's my angel ring. And now, if I double click, the time of my flying goes down, but this ring should give me flight from now on. And which of these does it want to go? It wants to go there. Can I go? I don't know if I have to keep it here. My band of aura can go away. I do like having my magnetization needs to be in to have that work. All right, so that should take care. Oh, got a little bit of damage on this. That's okay. So that will take care of that. This is now done. Let's make the last of these 2. Alrighty. Badump and badump. And so now I have 104 with something requiring or saying that it needs GP. I bet you it's the ring. Yeah, there's something about that ring having that 1 GP, which I'm not sure why. If I look, yeah, see, it's using 32. That's my flight, but I've got 104. I have tons left. Let's put that away, and I've got 32 or 36 minutes of flight. Oh yeah. We've got a lot more constellations. Not every constellation appears, but let's get up here. Obviously, this constellation, either I don't know it or it's not up in the night sky. Holy cow. It looks like there's just maybe, I think a constellation here and here are it. I've got everything else. Wow, it's a very populated night sky. All right, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to come over here. Thunk. And I'm going to go to the end portal. Shoom. And from here, it's... Yep, I will get that drop because I left the ritual area. But that's okay. And I put a water pool down here at the bottom for people who don't have flight. And let's go to the end. Whee! And it's really nice to... Oh, somebody made a path. It's really nice having flight because that you're going to need some blocks or something to get over here. Let's see what we've got. People have been chewing down the obsidian. That's one way of getting obsidian here. Actually, I wonder... Because the end is going to be removed in or reset tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can grab some obsidian just for fun. How well does this work in grabbing obsidian? Oh, come on, pick. You can do it. And now vein miner, kick in. I bet you there's a bunch of people touring right there. We go. Vein miner kicking it. And it's slowly... This is the way to do it. Oh, look at that pick damage go down. The durability is dropping like crazy. Okay, I'll stop. Wow. That's a lot of obsidian. Okay, that's way more than I wanted to do. I just realized I don't have any ender pearls on me, which is okay because there's plenty of these ender lilies. So I'll just steal one of them. And, you know, the dragon's been killed a multitude of times, so I'm going to take this one. Oh, that's a cute little ender mini. Ooh, there's a asteroid over here. No, it's not an asteroid, it's a meteor. This is one place where you can get a lot of draconium if you are missing draconium, but it looks like it's probably been well harvested by people. Yeah, I'm not seeing any draconium ore in here. So, never mind. But as you tour around, if you are lacking draconium, that is the way to go. And I'm going to snag me some of these crystals here, because it's another light source, and holy cow, there's a huge amount of them right here. Okay, let's go about here. Hit with this, vein mine. Holy cow. That is a huge number. Okay, I'm done. How many did I get? Look at all those. It's a non-glowstone light. So I love having lights that are not just glowstone, as much as possible. Anyway, distracted. I'm going to go explore like crazy because let's shoot. Yay! So I'm off this direction, and I can always slash home my way out of here. So at this point, I'm going to let my chorus fruit flight disappear. I'll keep an eye on it because I'm betting that as that turns off, it's going to go ahead and drop me, even though I've got the angel ring on here. So anyway, like I said, because the server is getting reset, well, because these dimensions, the overworld is not, the space dimensions, those are not, but these ones are definitely getting reset, and I'm going to go tour like crazy and see if I can get some skulkers. So, back later. Well, that was a load of fun, and now it's time to do something technical. Yeah, it's Astral Sorcery related, but it's high tech because I want to automate splitting and maxing out the crystals. So, the crystals come in two varieties at this point. I've got the ones that are completely maxed out, and that's what I want them to become. You have already 100% purity, and you bring the cutting up to 100, and then you want to throw it into the liquid starlight so it increases to 900, and then you want to grab it, because if you put it in the starlight too long, it'll split, and I don't want that to split. This one here, the cutting is not 100, and so it's ready to split. And this guy here, the size is not yet to 100 or to 900, so it's not ready to split. All right, let's go ahead and paste you there, and paste you back over here. So I want to be able to split and also maximize these. So I've got this little setup here, and I'm going to credit Mekle for coming up with this setup, and it works very, very nicely. So power some cables here. And let's come over to this side. I'm going to make some entity detectors from Draconic Evolution. I'm going to make 2 of them. Oh, they stack. Cool. But I'm going to upgrade them to the advanced entity detectors. So let's go ahead and put one there and one there. Now, these guys will use power, and I'm going to drop them down to a radius of 1. So you can see right now they're using 3K, almost 4K per tick, or per pulse, whatever that is. Now they're doing 125. Much cheaper, because they only need to go 1 block. And he's not seeing me, and now they're cycling around, and if I come close, he can see me. I'm within a block, and he sees me. Anyway, this guy, I'm going to set him... 1.5 seconds is fine. This guy, I want him to have a threshold of 2. He is going to be looking for a split of these, and if he does that, then I want him to pulse. Yeah, pulse is good for this. And then I'm going to go into the open entity filter configuration and ignore players, hostiles, and passives. It's just items, and you can go in there and you can actually whitelist a specific crystal, but I don't feel the need. This guy here, I'm going to drop his pulse to as short as possible, a 1/4 second delay, and then he wants 1 item, and he's going to be a fixed output. So it's going to steadily output an actual redstone signal, and again, we'll turn off all the things but those, so I can't see. He can't see me. Ha! This guy here is looking for the split. And this guy here, as long as there's a crystal in the water, then he will stop others from being dispensed. So speaking dispensing, I need some vacuum chests. They will stack, so we'll stack them. I need a automatic precision dropper, and I've made those before. Then I need an auto placer. Let's grab these 2 buckets, and that makes a fluid placer. And we'll get to that. I have here my ender tank, and I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to set it. Can I right click it? Can I right click you there? Can I? There we go. Nope, one more click. There. The orange, it's hard to see, but the orange is pointing up. It will automatically output, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's do something fun with these vacuum chests. I'm going to come over here to my painting machine, and it really doesn't matter which... Oh, can I not? Oh, I can't. Well, fine. I will paint them with the white. Because yeah, you can paint vacuum chests, which is cool. I like it. All right, so this vacuum chest we're gonna put here, and this vacuum chest I'm gonna put here. And then I need a automatic precision dropper. We're gonna put there, pointing in, and the fluid placer is going to go here. And it just automatically dropped in the fluid, so you can see it's full. So that's where I'm getting my fluid source is from that. Now these guys are fun. Let's go ahead and drop the range down to 1. And if we show the range, yep, it covers the water, which is exactly what, well, starlight, that's exactly what we're looking for. This one needs to be active with signal. This one, yeah, because this is the dispenser, so it's going to be dispensing out. This one I'm going to have, let's make this active without a signal. So it'll vacuum up stuff when there's not a signal from this guy. And this guy, let's go drop. down the range. And this guy is going to be active with a signal. So when this guy sees 2, he's going to go ahead and grab these 2. And then when this guy sees 1, he's going to send out a signal here to say, you know, don't dispense, because it's on deactivation mode. And this one here will, it's active without a signal, so it'll vacuum up 1 when there is no signal. Yes. I'm confusing myself. Always have things to turn off, so I'm going to put a lever here so I can turn off dispensing the liquid starlight if I want. Next, I need to teach this to grab... this one actually is going to be always active. This is going to grab these crystals here. I just picked you up. Where did you go? It went in here because it's really fast. This is going to grab... Oh. Let's grab these guys. Where's my pure? There's my pure. So this guy here is going to grab all the pure maxed out crystals, and this guy is going to grab all the splits, and so they aren't going to have this. So I need a filter, and for that, let's come over here. Thank you. And I made this slice and splice. If we look at the recipe for slice and splice, any skull, solarium, energized bimetal gears. I got 2 of them in the end as I raided some of the end cities, so that worked out perfectly. And we'll let that chop. Can I grab it? I got it. So a Z logic controller. And if we plop that into this, that gives me an advanced item filter, which I can put into here. Nope, this is the one that's going to do the splits. This is the one that's going to be the full. And we'll put that there because I want metadata and MBT. That gives me all of those values. So if I sit there and let's set this to always active. This one is always active. If I toss this guy in, one of these will grab it, and it should be that guy right there. You should not be you. Okay. That one grabbed it first. Let's set you to active with a signal. And now, let's test this. Yes, that goes in there. And this one, when it detects 2, it'll toss that in there. So let's say howdy to that dude Chaos, TDC. And so that will grab these guys. I do not want to actually have that done. Let's put these guys into here. Oh. Why did you're supposed to stop that? Let's grab a block and brag that. Let's put a block there. That should stop me from snagging those crystals, because I do not want to snag these crystals. Toss them in. There, it dispensed 1 in. Now this guy is outputting a signal because he's seen the 1. He's looking for 2 and not seeing it. So this guy, even though there's a crystal in here and it would dispense normally, because this guy is outputting a signal, nothing's happening. Now once this guy will sit here and it'll consume this source block of liquid starlight, and then it'll dispense another, which is perfect. That's not a problem, and it'll just keep dispensing until I flip that. Actually, that needs to be off. This will just keep dispensing the liquid starlight, and he will eventually split. And as soon as there's 2 in here, this guy will send out a pulse, which will allow this vacuum hopper, which is active with signal, to go ahead and suck those 2 up. This guy is always active, but will only grab the ones that are maxed. That's how it works. And then it just lather, rinse, repeats through here. When it's done, I'll come back and I will be able to recover in here 4 crystals. and then I can feed those 4 into here, and then I'll get 8 crystals, and I can feed those in here, and I'll get 18 or 16. You know, yeah, math. I can do math, but it'll keep doing that. And then if I take the crystal, and it's already purity 100, and I grind it so it gets to a cutting 100, then I can feed them into here as well, and they will grow until they get maxed, and then they get filled here into the vacuum chest, because I want to have at least 16, if not 32 of these celestial crystals, each one of them attuned to one of the, well, a pair attuned to each of the constellations, because then I can swap them around in rituals to do stuff, and this is so much easier to do than stand up there and just keep tossing them around and then realize, oh, I left it in there too long, it maxed out, and it split. And then it randomizes the values other than purity again, which I don't want to do. Anyway, there we go. A fantastic bit of automation. It requires some power source, and it really doesn't matter which. In this case, I'm using the power cell and then the Ender IO conduits to move the power. And I'm already using the Ender IO for the vacuum hoppers and the filters. So that works. Draconic Evolution. Oh, it just split. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? It just split. All right, let's look. It just split. And so I've got 2 new crystals. In fact, I'm going to pull them out because I want them to get processed. That will not. And it already spit out the next one. Oh, cool. All right, so Draconic Evolution for the entity detectors. It really doesn't matter what you use for dropper or fluid, but I like these from actual editions. It works fantastic. And again, many thanks to Mekle, who showed that off when we were playing on the Revelation server, because it works really, really nicely. I like it. Anyway, there's a little bit of technical stuff for you. This has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the Enigmatica 2 server, playing with the FTOG crowd, and you can play too. Thanks for watching. Bye.